Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live, citystreetsme.com, doing it big, doing it live in the city of Wichita on the east side. We are here on a beautiful Friday evening with Miss Tiffany of Live Loud Booking, Miss CEO, doing her thing. So as if you've seen it, you know this is never about me. I've done entirely too much talking. Miss Tiffany, say hello to the people.
Hello.
So this is absolutely nothing about me, and tell the people, for those who do not know who you are, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Basically, my name is Tiffany. I've been in this business for a whopping year. A whole year. Coming up in June, it'll be 1 year for Live Loud. 1 year. I've been saved for a whole year. We're doing it all for God. It's all for Jesus Christ. That's our hype man. We give it all up to Him. Definitely, he's our main guy. I've been blessed. Definitely blessed with connections I've made in the industry. It's an amazing journey. My whole heart is in this. I'm giving it my all. This is definitely me. I have a list of artists. D True, he's local. Cash Hollister is local. First and foremost is an alternative rock band. They're local. I book for the Gospel Gangsters. Of course, they're out of California. Who else do I book for? DJ Be Blessed is on all the way on the East Coast.
Get him out there. Get him out there.
Me, who else? Let's see. I got G Child. He's out of Tennessee. I also work for West Coast Fire. They're of course out of Sacramento, San Jose, California. They're doing big things. They're being pretty much a table, you know, helping our artists get their music out there. Definitely. I've been just so amazed with how many people have reached out to us. Absolutely. Wichita, I'm coming out bigger and bigger. I'm actually not as known in Wichita.
Right.
But I will get there. I will. I'm loud. I'm loud.
And that's why we're doing it here, doing it big. So I gotta slow myself down because there's like 30 directions I want to go with you with this.
Definitely.
But my central thing is that when I got on the website, what impressed me most was that I seen that you were a CEO in this industry, and I don't run across many women that are actually, you know. So to me, I was like, oh my God, you are actually a trendsetter. You know, you're opening the door. So talk to me about being a woman CEO doing it big. I'm
gonna say it's definitely been a journey. It's been a journey. It's not exactly easy to be a woman in the industry, but it's definitely something I am capable of just taking it, and I'm gonna roll with it. You know, some people have come to me and said, "Wow, Tiffany, how is it like to be a woman?" I'm like, in the industry, how's it like to be a woman?
Right.
A woman in the industry, there's not a lot of us. So when there is a lot of us, we got to make sure that we do it right and we do it big. And that's what I'm going to try and do. I am doing it. I'm going to do it. You know, I'm just going to do it big, and we're going to do it all for the right reasons.
Right on.
So and as a woman, our heart is in it.
Right.
So not saying men don't have hearts, but women have a lot bigger hearts than you guys do. So not trying to hate.
No, I get it. No, you get it. So speaking of when you're talking about heart. See, now this is where we get really personal. We're not gonna get like TMZ personal, but previous to our conversation going on camera, you talked about your faith, and to me that is just a beautiful thing. Tell me about your faith. What's going on?
Honestly, when I came into this, it was nothing about God. Nothing. I had a friend, his name was D True, Jerry Davis.
Right.
He came to me, he said, "Tiffany, I know you're very vocal. I know you're really good with people." He said, "I need you to do my booking." I'm like, okay. He's a gospel artist, gospel rap artist. I'm like, I've always been his friend, so I've always pushed for him. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. As soon as Jerry came into my life, in that sense, the whole business aspect, that's when God came. I seen these people, they're talking about God's doing it big for us. You know, it's all about God. I'm like, wow, maybe I really need to start looking in. You know, I come from a Christian home, obviously. I was raised in a Catholic home. I was raised to think a certain way. It's just, I never really got into the Catholic side of stuff. So I was like, I felt like I was forced to be forced to think a certain way.
Right.
So me being how I am, I'm very defiant. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna start going to church. As soon as I went into church, and as soon as God just took me into His arms, and He said, "This is what I have to give you." The more blessings I received, the more I loved on Him, and the more I said, "Okay, we're gonna do this. Really, it's all for Him." I gave my whole heart over to Him, and as soon as you do that, you will be blessed beyond belief. And that, I quit drinking, I quit doing my stuff that I used to do, and it's been nothing but a blessing ever since.
Good deal. See, that's I love that. I love that. So with that you're a CEO, you're running your own company. Talk to me about. Are there any struggles? Are there any days that being, the CEO of your own business where you just like, I don't, this is just driving me crazy, or it's just everything just runs smoothly for you? I mean, talk to me about that.
Very busy. I work long hours. Like, to me, this is my life. It's not a job. This is my life. My relationship with Christ is a relationship. I do this all for God. A lot of people say, "Tiffany, how much money you make?" I'm like, if I tell you, you're not gonna know. You're gonna be shocked.
Right.
You're really gonna be shocked. I said I do it all for God. It does get very stressful when there's so many people coming to you. I am a booking agent. I'm like, I have so many different jobs. It's almost ridiculous, but God gives me the strength. He gives me the strength to continue on, and I know that I'm doing the right thing because I get that confirmation on a daily basis. I said, "God, please help me get through this day. Please give me the time to get all my emails out there. Please just let me get in contact with new people, get my network going." And what they don't realize is it only takes one time to change someone's life. And that's what we reach for. So that's what continues to help me push. So it continues to help me push through the day.
Give you that extra, that to keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
So now with that, you're also your mother and you're a wife. So you've got the business, and you've got the family thing. So how do you balance the family and the business? And tell me how that works.
I've had a struggle trying to balance. Really, it's been the biggest struggle. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Cheyenne, she is my life. Fortunately enough, she entertains herself a lot. She's to that age where she doesn't want mommy there all the time. So it's kind of that it came at the right time. That's what I'll say. And she's getting to the age where she'll be going to school in a few years. That'll give me more free time. She's not a baby anymore. With my husband, he works a lot. We own our own separate company on top of him working a full-time job. We have a lot going on, but it works. Somehow it works. We're hard workers. That's what we do. We work hard. We don't have a lot of downtime at all. But we make it. We make it in a way, we have to do this. So we do what we have to.
Definition of grind. I like that. See, step your game up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people portray like they're so busy. Step your game up. So with that, with you being on more of the ministerial gospel side of the music, but you're still involved in the music industry as a whole. Talk to me about some of the differences, as opposed to what you're dealing with the ministry side of the music, as opposed to just traditional industry people.
To me, ministry is easy. Easy. That is the easiest thing. You get me going, I can talk days. I have to feel inspired, but for some reason in this industry, I feel inspired almost every day. You see sometimes I post on Facebook, I'll post some just outlandish, just like, people are like, where do you get this stuff from? I don't know, it just comes to me. So it's like, ministry is easy. When it comes to the business, that's what's hard for me. The ministry, God is in my heart. I don't have to be told what to say. Because it just comes, and it's there, and I can easily do it. I have a big heart. I give a lot. That's what you have to do. Everyone says, how did you come up so fast? Because I've never seen that before. I said, I have a lot of heart. I'm willing to give more than I receive. And that's what it's all about. If you can give and not count how much you receive, then that's really what it's all about. So.
I like that. Making me get goosebumps over here, y'all. Y'all don't have any idea. I love this speech. So, for those of you who have watched the other interviews, here we go, okay? We get ready to get to the end all questions, okay? We're gonna put you on the spot.
Oh.
We're gonna put you right here on the spot. At the end of the day, when you've booked your last show, when you've had that last moment, when you have that Oprah I'm done moment, what's most important to you? How do you want to be looked upon as far as your legacy or your work? What's most important to you?
I think the one thing I struggle with the most is I want everyone to like me. And in the industry, you can't be liked by everyone. But I think that I will make it to where the majority of you will like me. So,
I like her already. I like that.
I will be liked, okay? You will like me regardless. But I have gotten to the point several times where I'm like, man, this is just too much stress, it's too much stress. But the next day I wake up, after I've had a hard day like that, and I'm like, God tells me to push on. And I haven't come from a bad background, I have some problems in my life, but it's nothing like some of the testimonies I've heard. I'm like, dude, if they can do this, why can't I continue to push for these people and continue to save lives? Everything we do is to save lives. As we sit back, you don't think about it that there's people dying and there's people going to hell because they don't know Christ.
Right.
And that's really the truth. People go to hell every day because they don't know Christ. And the second that you accept Him into your life and accept Him as your Savior, you're saved. And that's what it's all about. It's reaching people through a different avenue. Where I'm not a pastor, obviously, but I help it where I bring artists into your church that are willing. It's a way that people can relate better, definitely, especially children, kids, young adults. Of course we can relate to hip hop music a lot better than what we can relate to what a pastor is going to sit there and say.
Right.
That's just what it's about. We're taking different avenues to everything.
Well, Tiffany, I know you're busy. I don't want to keep you. I know she's probably ready to work right now. So we're gonna get ready to get out of here. But tell the people what can we expect from you in the coming 5 months, 6 months, 2 weeks, tomorrow? What's going on with you?
I have a lot of things up my sleeves. I do. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm all about the surprise.
Call me.
So
I
will. I'm all about the surprise. I have a lot of things up my sleeve. I will say that. We're gonna do it loud. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it really loud. I'm gonna start putting on my own concerts. We're gonna work towards that, getting sponsorship. So honestly, it's whatever comes to me, and I will roll with it.
Right on.
And that's what it's about. I will go.
Roll with it, baby. I like that. Tell the people, because you'll be linked on the site. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me, of course, on Facebook, facebook.com/liveloudbooking. You can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/liveloudbooking. You can find me liveloudbooking.blogspot.com. I'm working on getting a better website, by the way. But other than that, hit me up on there. I love to talk, obviously. So
Good deal. Good deal.
I love to talk, so hit me up.
Good deal. It'll be on the Facebook page, Citystreets Facebook page. We'll be there. Wichita, listen to me. Entrepreneurs are growing every day, so I don't no more excuses. Everybody's grinding, doing their thing, trying to make Wichita a better place, one person, one step at a time in the community. This is where it's at. This is Tiffany, CEO of Live Loud Booking, doing it big in the streets of Wichita. Citystreetsme.com. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you around. Thank you very much. We're out of here.